Hello.
So no pressure on me, you know?
I was a student, by the way.
Me too.
You have a swimming pool here?
Pool is a pool. It's it's an amenity.
And maybe a fridge with a cola.
I personally love cats.
Meow, meow, meow. He's a
Yeah. Cocoon.
cocoon.
Cocoon, yeah.
Cocoon. Darling, please help. Mona, hello.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Thank you for coming. So it's my pleasure to have you in this kitchen because you guys will manage this residential in the future.
We will
Am I
indeed.
right?
We will indeed. It's a beautiful kitchen at that.
Thank you. So please welcome Mona. She is a manager from Kaizen Company.
Kaizen.
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 It's like a Japanese.
It's Japanese for continuous improvement,
Yeah.
which is pretty much what we have to do. We always have to keep getting better.
So samurai don't have a target. Samurai have only way. Yeah. Okay.
Could say that. Yeah, we're big fans of the Kaizen philosophy.
Tell us what you particularly will do today in this beautiful kitchen.
All right, so we're going to make some Arabic red tea with a spin on it, and we're gonna add some mint to it, and we're gonna add a secret ingredient, which we may or may not reveal at the end. But let's see if you guys can guess what
It's a super secret ingredient, and we will, present one of the flats maybe to whom? To this person who will investigate what it is. Yeah?
Yeah.
Maybe yes, maybe no. Let's see. Maybe it
We'll
will be.
see how it goes. Anything could happen, right?
Yeah. Before we start, tell me how long you in the market? How long you been in Dubai? Because this is the first question that everybody have in this kitchen.
Me or Kaizen?
Both of us.
Both. Okay, so for me, I grew up in Dubai actually. I moved here when I was 6. I'm actually from Pakistan.
Whoa,
so
come
I was,
on.
I
Tell
did.
us.
I did. I lived
Really?
here for 18 years. So Dubai was actually home.
Local.
You could say that. And then I moved to Canada and I missed it so much because it was home that I moved back. And Kaizen's been around a long time too. So Kaizen's been around since 2006, when I think I was in school, without giving away my age too much. But Kaizen's been around since 2006. And
I was a student, by the way.
me too, yeah, for the record. Since then, it's achieved some really wonderful things. So Kaizen is now considered the largest privately owned asset management company. We have like 250 projects. We have, partnerships with Shoba, Ellington, Select Group, and of course, Segrix with Stonehenge Residences, the first. So so it's very, very cool.
It's our pleasure to working with some kind of professional guys like you and with the companies which is number one in the market, because definitely it will bring us a lot of value and we'll learn many things from you guys, because we are, let's say, babies on this market.
It's our pleasure.
So,
it's our pleasure.
and we're doing our job because of you support us, and we bring our first babies in your beautiful hands.
It's it's an honor, and it is a big responsibility, because at the end of the day, when you develop something, if you create an excellent, building, and then you hand it over, it's really about the details. It's how the building is managed, how it's loved, how it's cared for. So it's a huge responsibility, and we take it very seriously. Thus the very serious Kaizen name, so that it's a reminder that we have to keep getting better and continuously improve.
Let's imagine that our building is a tea. Let's try to separate our beautiful tea for some kind of things which is give us a perfect condition of our tea, the temperature, the smoothness, the calories. Let's start it and discuss.
Sure. So are we starting with the tea?
Oh, I forget the main thing.
The apron. You can't work without the apron. Every chef needs a good apron. So we'll get our pot ready.
Mona.
And I'll say, I'm doing the honors.
Yeah.
We have one for each.
We
Great.
have the beautiful things.
Great.
Okay.
Funny side story. My husband's actually a chef. So
Really?
this is going to be very, very funny to share with him that I made tea. I'm very proud.
Next time, I think we should.
You need a real chef.
Yeah.
That will make.
In what restaurant he works?
He works on a yacht. He's a private chef. And so he makes really delicious food. But, you know, if I make him like an egg sandwich, he's...
Noted, guys. So next time in Stonehenge, we will have a perfect condition about the food.
So no pressure on me, you know, to make this very simple tea. But I would say, much like, you know...
What you can call your husband, you know? Darling, please help.
What's the recipe? No, I want to stand on my own 2 feet.
Okay.
So I think a perfect cup of tea starts with the water temperature, right? Like you've got to get the water temperature right. You shouldn't boil water for tea. A lot of people do that. Yeah. Apparently you should have the water just hot enough just before boiling because it impacts the flavor of the tea. Today we're making this really nice red Arabic chai, as they call it.
Okay.
Right?
Arabic chai.
Arabic chai. It's called chai in Arabic.
It's like a karak chai.
Like karak chai, exactly.
Karak chai.
Like karak chai, but chai. And it has this nice red color. It has the caffeine. But we're going to put a twist on it, like we said. So we're going to add some mint to it, which I personally love. And our secret ingredient, which again, we've got the water boiling already. Okay. And we can get started.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right.
So what do you think about the living in Dubai last, let's say, 10 years? How it's changed for your experience?
Oh my goodness, it's changed so much. When I lived here 10 or 11 years ago, there were a number of communities that just didn't exist. You know, like we used to feel like Dubai Festival City was far, and now the city's just grown and expanded. I'm putting this much in, by the way, guys. So I'll put a little extra in because we need the caffeine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Friday evening, you know.
Why not? Why not? Right? We need the energy, and it's just been expanding and expanding. So what's considered, you know, a premium location 10 years ago is totally different now. And what's considered, you know, far away is completely changing, and we're seeing that more and more.
Like we standing in a GVC, which 10 years back wasn't exist, I think.
Didn't exist. Yeah, it's crazy. And now a lot of the, you know, best food spots and, you know, all the fun is basically moving to those communities. So, you know, you've got to give it to Dubai. It just keeps growing.
And I think the standards that customers and the residents are looking for right now from the modern business is quite strange also, because this is your professional experience that's you.
Yes, definitely. So first of all, we have to start by saying that what's standard in Dubai is exceptional everywhere else. So like I said, I lived in North America, right? If you live in a standard building, definitely having a pool and a kids play area and an awesome gym, that's not standard. But here it's expected. It's almost like a given.
It's like some kind of guys from Moscow come in and say, you have a swimming pool here?
Like that's luxury everywhere.
It's expensive. No, it's not expensive. It's standard. Come on.
Standard.
If you not construct the swimming pool, you can sell your apartments.
There you go, because everyone expects it. So that aside, I would say, you know, now the direction that it's taking is much more lifestyle focused, you know, amenities and the word standard is even kind of changing. So people are really into yoga mornings, you know, having like shared community events and things like that. I feel like that's going to be the new standard, is living in a community, not just a building with walls.
Because every morning you want to do something which is help you to, let's say, running in Dubai, you know?
Yeah.
Because the temp that we have in this city is quite different that's in other cities you have.
Yeah.
Even if, you know, larger cities like New York and Moscow or London. So this is much more faster, in my opinion. So,
definitely.
And what services from the PM company helps to, you know, to create this community around the one building? So
great question. You know, property management was historically always looked at like reactive, you know, like fixing or maintenance. That's really the idea of property management. So, you know, if something goes wrong, you call someone and they come fix it. And I think that while that's a part of property management, it's much more so building trust with the people that live in your communities, because you're really, again, people go to work, we have busy lives, you know, there's so much going on, and so people really need to feel like they're heard, like they're seen, like their home is, somewhere where if something goes wrong, someone's going to be there to take care of them. And often, we can build that relationship with our residents when things go wrong, because things will inevitably go wrong.
Definitely, because this is life. Life is go wrong, and it's normal because of life.
Definitely. But then if you respond quickly and you show them you care and you resolve the issue, but much more than that, it's the proactive approach. It's that building a feeling of making sure that you're doing something that the people on the second floor know the people on the sixth floor.
Yeah.
That the security guard might smile at you in the morning. That feeling of that plant looking fresh and well watered when you're
this is
leaving the elevator.
quite amazing thing, because when you spend in Dubai, let's say 1 month, 2 months, and when you're back to somewhere, secret ingredient is very important stuff, guys, very important. So when you're back to somewhere like, I don't know, Europe or America or Russia or whatever, so what do you faced in your airport first of all? Not very pleasant security, guys.
Yes.
Yes. Hello. And what do you feel when you come into Dubai?
There's a smile, that warmth, that hospitality.
Yeah,
there you go.
A lot of different changes, and this is the modern things like a secret ingredients, which allows you to feel much more comfortable here.
There you go. It's the little things. I really think that great communities have empathy at the center of them.
Exactly.
It's really caring about the residents. It's not just looking at it as Unit 101, but the family and the people that live inside that, because it's home to them, right? And I think that Kaizen's approach very much, this isn't a plug, but it's very much the extra stuff, the little stuff. So, a pool is a pool. It's it's an amenity. But is it clean? Is it spotless? Do you feel safe there? Is there a lifeguard?
Is it cold one in a summer hot?
Is someone checking the temperature every morning? That's a pool. Do you feel safe when you let your kids go there?
Exactly.
How does the building lobby smell when you walk in? Does it smell that familiar smell?
Dubai smell, and many people, so my friends who first come in Dubai, they tell, why so many smells here?
So many smells.
It's a part of the culture, because you want to feel not only clean but also smelling good.
Yeah.
So, which is most important thing from my point of view, especially for the common areas, because when you go in, let's say in the northern countries where it's a little bit sweaty, especially in the winter time, it's smelling like sweaty. Okay.
Yeah.
So, but here when you come in here, so you're always smelling the good, nice, like what's the difference between with secret ingredient and without?
Speaking of which, can you smell the secret ingredient? It's coming already. Like I can
see,
you can smell it, right?
Exactly.
So there is
it's like
a little hint.
It's like a freshness inside come to you when you smell something.
Yeah,
cool,
I can definitely.
Like this secret ingredient.
And it's like marrying with the mint. So we're gonna let our tea sit, because steeping is the other part.
We need the
patience, the time. A good cup of tea is something I feel like you can't rush it. You really have to, let it.
It's like a business, and the culture inside the business. You need the time to create the culture.
True.
Of smelling.
Yeah, definitely.
And this small thing that's definitely change the vision about the good residential and the normal residential, let's say.
Agreed. I couldn't agree more. I think it's all about the detail.
What about sweet?
The sweets. Okay, so you got right to the sweets. So dates, of course, are the dessert of choice. For us, I always have a couple of different types of dates at home, no matter what.
But can you describe the difference between dates? Because many people also who come into this part of the world, they feel like a date is dates. It's like a cherry is cherry or apple is apple, but apple have a different kind of, sorts. Also, the dates have a million, so I think
there's so many different kind of dates. So there's khudri dates. It depends on, each tree produces a specific kind of date. The sugar content is different. The fiber content is different. It's a whole science on its own. I don't claim to be an expert, by the way. And the way that you can enjoy them is also very different. So we have some walnuts.
Yeah.
And we have two different kinds of dates. I'm gonna go out on a limb, and I'm probably gonna butcher. What kind of dates are these? I feel like I should guess this. Do you know?
No, I don't know definitely.
I'm not gonna take a
I
swing
think
at it.
this is the Saudi.
This is
This
could
is
be.
Saudi. This
Yeah.
could be a Saudi
Yeah.
because the Saudi is especially they are a big one and it's a little bit yellow.
But
you know?
even there, they have so many different
Yeah,
kinds. You
that's-
know, it's just so many different
And
varieties.
you know, and the part of this dates is the source of energy for the human body, and this is the very important thing because also we spoken with the sportsmen, so triathlons, what we're doing when we're running, so we eating bananas or gel. So, and I prefer right now to eat the dates.
100%. And and of course, also in Dubai, we're all familiar with Ramadan and
Exactly.
fasting, and dates are very symbolic to that. So when I fast and you eat one date, it's like all your energy is back, and it doesn't give you that crazy blood sugar spike like you do when you eat a candy
Exactly.
bar or something.
Yeah, it's very important that when you have a fasting, the first meal that you have in a fudge, so you started from the date and water.
There you go. Yeah.
Only after that you can proceed the next meals like rice or meat or whatever. But
Yeah.
everybody start from the dates,
Definitely.
which is very healthy.
Which is very healthy. And we have walnuts here, so I enjoy my dates in a few ways that are interesting too. So sometimes I'll cut open a date, I'll put a little bit of butter in there and sprinkle some cinnamon.
Cool.
And I promise it's a delicious. Today we're gonna go with walnuts.
Okay.
So we're gonna bring
can
out.
help you.
Thank you. Gonna bring out our plates.
This is the plate. Manage me, please.
Yeah, and we are going to. Do we have an extra knife? Yeah.
We have
We're
an
gonna get
extra
a
knife,
cutting board
and
out.
we have this desk for you and for me.
Gonna move this stuff aside while our tea is steeping.
Okay. We can take the pot here, I think.
Yeah, that's a good idea. And our beautiful cups.
I will bring it on the backstage because it will be a much more safely
Do you
for us.
like your tea sweet, by the way?
Yes, I do. I
You
think.
do. Okay.
Yeah.
So we have some honey there in case the dates aren't sweet enough. So we can start taking a date and just removing the pit.
Okay.
And since we're doing the healthier version of my, oh, great, these are already pitted, fantastic. So we're just gonna open up a few dates and we're gonna leave them open for our walnut. We're gonna make a big slice like this.
It's not so easy, by the way. Not so easy. Don't see like this.
Have you also lived here long?
I'm living in Dubai last, let's say, 3 years with my family. But before this, I just jumped to Dubai for the 2-3 weeks by the month. The client representative and project manager and a site engineer. So, and I started, this in 2016.
Okay, so quite some time.
9 years. Yes, 9 years. And
So
definitely.
Dubai's probably feeling like home now, huh?
Definitely, it's like my second home, like my mother country, and I can't live without my homeland and without Dubai. To be honest, I'm living between these two lands because I love this and that. Definitely, like mother and father.
I can relate. I think that's the case for a lot of us.
Definitely, 100%. And this is most funny things because if you're a little bit boring outside from the one place, you can go to your second home.
Yeah.
Relax a little bit, change the picture, and get back.
Definitely. So, you guys don't have to go to any fancy stores to make this, okay? Sometimes I know they sell these boxes. You can just grab a walnut and split it in half,
Okay.
and you just make a nice little cocoon with your date.
Cocoon.
Cocoon, yeah.
Cocoon.
And by the way, those dates do have pits.
How can we translate cocoon?
Cocoon is like a little blanket, A
Okay.
little blanket for your walnuts.
Okay.
For you to enjoy with your
This is I
your
will eat
dates.
because it looks nice.
And it is actually tea time, so we're definitely craving some tea.
Exactly. So tell me please, from your experience, what amenities in your building, which you manage, more profitable for residents?
Like we said, pools and gyms are becoming more standard, like people expect it. It's definitely changing and going more in the direction of people wanting a yoga lounge. You know,
Yoga.
co-working spaces are
Okay.
huge now because so many people work hybridly, so they work remote part of the time. And we've gotten a few wow reactions from residents when they find out that there's a co-working space. They'll go, oh wow, that's awesome, because I needed that. You know, I need a place to have my meetings when my kids are at home and, you know, being noisy.
What we need to do in a co-working? What kind of servicing we need to provide for the beautiful in-house co-working? And what the, you know, actual space we need to provide? Let's say for the 100 apartments, if you have.
That's a good question. So you definitely want there to be some sort of ability to have sound isolation. So maybe little cabins, you know, doors that close so that people can have, if they're having a meeting, as well as a space that's open for someone that's just working on laptops. I think good lighting, comfortable seating is huge. Quiet. So having, you know, the place properly soundproofed so that it's nice and quiet. The acoustics are nice. And then like a snack, like a place to make good coffee, right?
Coffee pot.
Yeah, like a little spot you can make coffee.
And maybe a fridge with a cola or something.
Yeah, like a
this.
vending machine or something that if you get hungry, you don't need to leave, you can, you know, grab a snack.
Because it's, I think, from my point of view, so when I'm living in my residential, so I don't like to make my, let's say, work in a home.
There you
because
go.
when I cross the line of my door, my mind is switched off. You know,
Yeah, you want to be with your family. You wanna be
Yeah.
at home. Yeah.
Or just to be alone, you know,
Yeah,
which is also
yeah.
good with
I
my
hear
cat.
you.
So we
I
have
hear
a
you.
perfect relationship with my cat, by the way. Hello, Kitty. So
She's watching this now.
he is.
He is.
Yeah,
Okay.
he is. He's Egyptian now. So I find him like he when he have like a baby, he's perfectly looking well. It's, I don't know. God is make these creatures so beautiful, but his nature, he's wild. He
Yeah.
don't wants to be like a meow meow meow. He's
Yeah. The mouse are very adapted to, you know,
But you
they're
can't-
intense. They have a lot of energy.
Yeah.
They have a lot of energy.
Yeah.
They want to.
That's why maybe it's a good decision to have in a co-working space like a cat cafe.
Yeah.
Cat cafe.
A cat cafe. I don't know how some residents would feel about that. You know, not everybody's a cat person. Sadly, I personally love cats, but I don't know how popular that would be.
Definitely, but this is some kind of future we try to investigate. In your opinion, what the future for the amenities, for the residential service we will have in the next, let's say, 5 years in Dubai? Maybe it will be like a robot in our swimming pools who try to help you to swim, or they will prepare a coffee or tea and you will sit with your robotic cat.
Maybe. I would say, look, you know, AI and technology is really it's growing so rapidly, it's a little scary. But what it brings with it is so many customer data touch points, right? So for us, for example, you know, you can call us, or you can talk to a WhatsApp bot, but the human touch is still important. So we have this feature where if you hit 1, you speak to a real human being. And, you know, our communications excellence team is always available. You can literally schedule a video call or an in-person meeting with your community manager, because we feel that while, you know, technology makes it so much easier to collect data and to analyze it, we literally have a prop tech company, by the way, called Socienta, which, like, we have an app and all that stuff. We're definitely a prop tech company. We think of ourselves like that, but nothing can replace a smile or a human touch or
and empathy.
There you go. So I feel like it goes hand in hand, but not, you know, versus each other. Does that make sense?
I think as much as we go into this, you know, computer era, let's say AI era, so as much we need to just to be and a human empathy and just a normal relationship without any headache to call somebody, not to WhatsApp and a message in Facebook or something like that, but to call somebody and hear the real voice of the human.
You know, people really vary in this. I think my generation, like, I'm definitely in the generation that I want to call and I want to speak to someone. But when I look at, you know, some of our younger residents, like, you know, the Gen Z, sometimes they don't want to call someone. So we literally had to add a ton of features on our app where you can do a move in, move out request, you can pay service charges, you can do 1, 2, 3 without talking to someone, but then you always have the ability to talk to a human being. So it's really about those details, you know, like curating a very customized experience, because you know what I like, my brother who's like 22, he wants the opposite. He doesn't want to call anyone. He wants to go on an app. And
I think this is only about the ages, to be honest, because yeah, if I remember myself, and in 2025, so I was mad about these new mobile phones, games, and this kind of stuff. But as older you stay, as much people who wants to talk, you know.
Yeah.
So, and this is the how as human being is. So, and for the future, I believe, it's my hope that residential that you manage and we construct will be more and more attractive for the human being, for the normal and nature life, with the passion of your home, with a, you know, simple atmosphere and the lovely and friendly home with the, which is provided with the servicing of the Kaizen company, and with the small secrets of the taste and smell of the human being. Yeah,
totally. That resonates with me. And when you look at Stonehenge residences, I think it's a great example of that, because it has very modern design, you know, very sleek, very clean, very modern, but you can still tell that it's meant for the people that live in it, you know. And it goes back to what we were talking about. People don't want amenities just for show anymore.
Yeah.
They want real spaces that they can use, that fit in with their lives, you know, that are actually going to be useful. Those values really mirrored, because we're not here to tick off a box. We're there to actually make your life simpler and actually make your life better, genuinely.
Definitely.
So yeah, definitely shared values there for sure.
Because Dubai start not be on the picture, but it's about the place which is our home.
Definitely. So I don't want our tea to get cold, since we already didn't start at a boiling temperature. So a little bit of honey for you. I'm gonna skip the honey, because I feel like I'm gonna enjoy the contrast between so I'll do a little honey for you.
A little bit, yeah.
All right. And honey, guys, honestly, if you're still putting sugar in your tea, don't. Switch to honey. It's better, it's healthier, just tastes better. So I'm gonna pour us some tea. I think the color is looking pretty good.
Yeah, it's quite amazing.
And let's see how the secret ingredient tastes.
I believe it's very perfect.
There you go.
Thank you.
No problem. We made a lot of walnut dates for just
because
the two
we're not
of us.
alone here, so I think so many people all around us.
And guys, again, with the details, you know, you need a beautiful cup to enjoy it.
Exactly.
You know, you can't. It doesn't taste the same in a paper cup, so you've got to really. So this is so beautiful, by the way. There's some calligraphy in here. Super pretty. Very nice. Cheers.
Definitely. Cheers. So guys, welcome to the new residence with the new management company. And I hope that you will have these dates every day when you come inside the residence. We will try to provide the fresh dates in our common spaces every day. Tea from your side, okay?
Yeah.
And let us know what's the secret ingredients Miss Mona used to. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. See you. Bye-bye.
Bye. We didn't try the walnuts. We got to redo that part, I think.
The special version afterwards. You said us that you used to butter inside the dates, which is a surprise for me. So, but our manager said us we have to do the Philadelphia.
We have to do the Philadelphia cheese. So if you want to make your premium dates limited edition, okay, and make it like extra special and make your guests go like, what is going on in my mouth? This is what you do. You take some Philadelphia cheese.
What is going on in your mouth? Oh my God.
And you put, is this too much? I feel like it's too much. But that's how much butter, I mean, that's almost how much butter I put, believe it
Really?
or not.
This kind of butter?
I mean,
I
little
think
less
you can,
than that.
if you eat 2 parts of these kind of with the butter, so you stop it in
That's
the next
lunch.
2 weeks, you know.
That's dinner, guys.
Dinner, it's okay for you. Halas.
Yeah, disclaimer, we don't take responsibility for any expanding
For your body.
waistlines as a result of these delicious snacks. But yeah, there's no professional way to do this. You just have to eat it just like that.
Because it's home.
Yeah.
Okay. Cheers. By the way.
Oh my god, that's actually really good.
No, I'm sorry.
It's the same effect. It's the crunch and the...
No. Okay, guys. You need to try to do this.
You do need to try this. Apparently it went viral on TikTok and I kind of understand why. It's quite good.
I think the collection of what you can do with the dates, it's, you know, infinity.
Yeah, I can't believe we weren't gonna put cheese on it. Like, from now on, just put cheese on all your dates, please.
Nice. Okay, guys. See you soon.
It was a pleasure. See you soon.
Pleasure.
Salut.